Hello Year 9. You're watching this video clip because you've decided to take DT GCSE graphics next year, which is a great choice. Well done. I just want to talk about a few things this morning. It shouldn't take you too long. So I want to look at the GCSE coursework, understand the requirements of the first project, what the term iterative design means, and be able to quickly analyse areas of research, what you need to research. So your course outline, you've got two components. Component one is a 2-hour exam, which is worth 50%, which covers 3 sections. You've got section A, B, C. Section A, core technical principles, is a multiple choice, and section B and C are more sort of longer questions, exam questions. Again, this is a theory, and we'll be covering the theory element within the course in year 10 amongst doing the project as well, the Charity Money Box project. Component 2 is your coursework, or your NEA, your non-exam assessment. Okay, and this is as you can see is in 6 sections. Section A is again your research. Section B is your design specification. Section C is your initial ideas. D is your developing of ideas. E is your making, and F is your evaluation. So you can see the exam is 50%, and the coursework is worth 50%. And you expect to spend about 30 to 35 hours on your coursework. So the outline of the 2 years, so we're going to start our Charity Money Box project over the summer, and that will run from September to February next year. Then the Villa in the Sun project, which we run from February to April. And then in June next year, we'll start our GCSE coursework, and that will run through to February, March time of 2022. And year 11 will be coursework, and then once the coursework is completed, we'll start doing revision from probably February, March time till the exam, which is around about in May in 2022. Your projects seem quite long is because in between those projects, we're going to be doing theory as well. So we're going to be mixing theory within those projects. All right. And like I said, we're going to get the theory completed by the end of year 10. So 2 projects, you've got the Charity Money Box project, which is on the left-hand side and top middle, and the Villa in the Sun project, which is the right-hand side and bottom middle. I'm not going to talk about too much about the charity, the Money Box, the Villa in the Sun project today, because we'll go out in more detail when I actually do that. But we'll talk about the Charity Money Box project in depth in a little bit. So first thing I want you to do is copy this link into your browser, and I want you to watch what a designer is and what James Dyson has to say about what a designer is. What I want you to also take note is how many times or how many prototypes James Dyson made before he got it right, his first vacuum cleaner. It's in its thousands. So what I want you to think about is your design is not necessarily going to be right first time. Okay, it may not be right first time. And again, I want you to be resilient to then carry on and try and work for that until you find that you know the correct way of doing that, or you work your design out and you won't be happy with it and it works. The next video clip I want you to look at is iterative design. So in 7, 8 and 9 you've looked at different projects, but also the design process. So you've done your research, you've done your design specification, your initial ideas, your development, your making and your evaluation. You're still going to follow that process. But with iterative design, you can jump around a little bit more. Okay, so for instance, you are going to do some initial research. However, you may need to do some more research later on in the project, and that's totally fine. You do evaluation at the end of the project. However, that doesn't mean you don't evaluate throughout the whole project. You are constantly evaluating in design. You don't necessarily realize you're doing it, but you are. But what we've got to do is make sure we include that in your design folder, so that's evidence, because that's only going to help you and give you marks, especially when it comes to your coursework for your GCSE. All right, so watch this video clip and just get the idea of what iterative design is. Again, I just talked about iterative design. Again, it's about, we're still using the same design process. However, we can jump around a little bit more. Okay, we can jump around a little bit more, okay, so we can continually improve your projects and your design ideas. So what I want you to do over the summer, your first project is a Charity Money Box project. So basically, you're going to design a charity money box for a charity of your choice. So your design problem is a well-known design agency has commissioned you to design and make a money box for a charity of your choice. That's your problem. Your design brief, you're required to design and make a charity money box from card. The design must include graphical images, text, etc. You must include an access panel in your design so you can remove the money without destroying the box. Okay, so you're going to design a charity money box for a charity of your choice to basically promote it and to collect the money which has been donated by people. So this is the page is what it's going to include in your first project. So you've got mind map, existing analysis, charity research, image research, etc., etc. The two in red is the two I want you to complete over the summer. So your mind map and your charity research. So those are the two I want completed over the summer. What I don't want you to come back in September with the first lesson saying, oh, I haven't quite finished that yet, sir. This needs to be done over the summer. So when we come out that first lesson, we can then potentially print that off and it's all done. So we're hitting the ground running and we're getting going with this project straight away. So these are examples of students' work from last year and also previous years. So you can see they're all different shapes and sizes. They've all got this kind of backboard, which makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more, and also that challenges you a little bit more. Very colourful. They are different charities as well, so they are completely different in the design element of the graphical layout, and also the shapes are very different as well. All right, but they all use a net development, okay, which we'll obviously talk about that and research that when you come back in September. So your two tasks. The first task is to complete a mind map of your initial thoughts. I want this to be A3 size paper if you've got A3 paper. If not, do it on a single PowerPoint slide and just fill the page up with your initial thoughts. Your second one is your charity research. So basically, you're going to find a charity you wish to base your money box on, your design on, and then you're going to basically research that charity. Again, using A3 piece of paper or use a single PowerPoint slide. It'd probably be better to use a single PowerPoint slide with this because you'll be using the internet to do your research. This is one example of the mind map. As you can see, this is not to do with the charity money box project, but as you can see, the project was activity pack analysis. So what this person's done, they've obviously got activity pack analysis in the middle, and then around the outside, they've got some subheadings. They've got target market themes, extra features, content, aesthetics, etc. Okay. What they've also included is top left-hand corner is what the problem is. So what I want you to do is write on that previous slide what the problem is, what you're going to do. What are you going to do? You're going to design and make a charity money box to promote and hold the money for charity of your choice. Okay, so that I want you to write that problem down on this initial sheet. Okay, this is just as good and it is equally as valid. Again, you can see this is for your charity money box. And then again, around the subheadings, you've got charities, materials, features, shapes, logos, construction, design, aesthetics. Okay, and again, they've got the design situation, design problem at the top as well. So again, that doesn't matter which way you do it, you can still gain the same kind of marks. It's the content that's really, really important. Then once you've done that, I then want you to research the charity of your choice. Okay. What I don't want you to do is just cut and paste hordes of text. Pointless, especially if you don't read it. What you need to find out is a little bit of history about the charity, some key facts, how they raise money, what they raise money for. Do they raise money internationally, nationally, or is it a local charity? I also want you to include images, relevant images to do with your charity, and that looking at logos, colours. So don't forget, this information is going to inform your design when you start designing the graphical layout and potentially the shape of your money box as well. So let's recap what I want you to do. So you're going to produce two A3 sheets, either on pieces of paper, two A3 pieces of paper. If you haven't got paper, do it on a single PowerPoint slide, because what we can then do is then resize the PowerPoint slide to A3 when we come in to print it off, when you come into school in September. So you've got your mind map, one page, and your charity research on the page, so it's 2 pages in total. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me on my email address or EduLink me. All right. What I don't, like I said, what I don't want is you to say, "Oh, I didn't understand, sir." All right. No excuses. Please get in contact if you've got any questions or you're not sure. And finally, for me to say, have a great summer, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in September.